So the other day, I was on the phone with my friend Ed. We had plans to meet at 1 o'clock, and it was already 1:15. I said, "It's time to go." And he goes, "It's about time." Have you ever heard that phrase? It's about time. What does that even mean? Well, today we're going to talk about how to use a bunch of conversational phrases with "it's time" in English. I think it's time to start.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 946. Phrases with "it's time" in English. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to look at the phrase "it's time," which on the surface seems pretty simple, right? But as you'll see, native speakers use this in a bunch of different ways. Let's start with the most basic form. It's time to go. It's time to eat. It's time to start the meeting. You can use "it's time to" followed by a base verb anytime that it's the right moment to do something. For example, last weekend, I was working all morning, and around 12:30, my stomach started growling, and I said, all right, it's time to eat. And for some reason, my dog Max thought it's time for him to eat too. We also use "it's time for" followed by a noun when we talk about a specific thing or event. So you might say, "It's time for lunch," or "It's time for a break." Or if you have a doctor's appointment, you might hear the nurse say, "It's time for your checkup." It's time for something. It's a simple way to signal that something is about to begin. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We can say things like, "It's time we left," or "It's time you got a new phone," or "It's time I took a vacation." Did you notice something? Yeah, the verb is in the past tense. It's time we left, got, took. But this doesn't mean it already happened. Actually, it hasn't happened yet, but it should. This is a grammar thing called the subjunctive. It may sound a bit formal, but we use it in casual conversation all the time. And again, the pattern is "it's time" followed by a subject and then a past verb. Like, imagine you've been working way too much lately. Your friend might say, "It's time you took a break." You didn't take the break yet, but your friend thinks it's the right moment. So we use the past tense to express something that should happen now. Now, let's talk about the phrase I mentioned earlier. It's about time. This one adds emotion, sometimes relief, sometimes frustration, sometimes both. Let's say you're waiting in line at the bank, and finally, after 20 minutes, they open up another window. You can say, "It's about time." When you say, "It's about time," it's like you're saying, "Why did this take so long?" Like when you're waiting for a bus in New York City. Waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally the bus comes. It's about time. And here too, we use "it's about time" followed by a past sentence. Like, "It's about time Jack came to work. That guy is always late." Or, when the city finally gets around to fixing the potholes in the street, you can say, "It's about time they fixed the road." You're saying it took them too long to do it, and finally they did it. It's about time that happened. means finally. Why did it take so long? It's emotional. Maybe you were annoyed or waiting or just surprised that they actually did it. And finally, sometimes we just say, it's time. That's it. Just those two words. And it sounds kind of dramatic, right? We use it's time when we are in charge of starting something big or important. Like if it's your turn to go on the stage for a speech, someone may tell you, okay, Michael, it's time. You hear people say this a lot in dramatic scenes in movies, like when James Bond is about to start his secret mission, or in Star Wars, when the Rebel Alliance is about to strike the Empire. Luke, it's time. Very dramatic, and more emotional than saying, let's begin our mission. And now, it's time to recap. We use it's time to talk about something that needs to happen now, like it's time to finish this lesson. We use it's time for followed by a noun, like it's time for lunch. We use it's time followed by a past sentence for soft advice or things that are overdue, like it's time we started packing for our trip. We use it's about time when something took too long, like it's about time the meeting started. And finally, just it's time, which is a dramatic way to say, let's do it. And keep in mind, the best way to remember English like this and any other word or phrase in English is to take that word or phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you or true in your world, and then memorize your sentences. That's how you build fluency. Thanks for listening. And remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.